What's the haps? I'm John, aka Meroka. Welcome to Spiel. This is my second attempt at recording this video because I just started this and then set off with only one weapon somehow. I don't even know how I managed it, but I wanted a Polaris and I set off with only this thing, and then this first room, in just a moment, we'll run into a couple of giant lumbers, and the big lumbers will come and attempt to mash me, and guess what? This pointy sword ain't very good against it, so let's try this again with the right weapon for the job. So here we are, Emerald Skull Tier 3 Advanced Difficulty after 2 weeks off. And there are changes, many changes afoot. Firstly, you may notice a difference in the change in my voice. I may sound slightly richer, clearer, you may hear all the crisp tones in my voice. Or it might just sound the same, I'm not quite sure yet. I'm hoping it sounds better because I just got a nice new microphone for my birthday. I've got the Samsung C01U, which is the U standing for USB. You can get the C01, but that involves XLR cables, and that then involves adapters to get it to work with your computer, and that's not the route I want to go down. I'd rather just use a USB one. So I've got a nice cool USB studio condenser mic. I have been using it for the last couple of days. If you have seen my videos over the last couple of days, you'll notice it sounded like I was... Well, I'm going to be honest, it sounded like I was in a cave, actually, I think. That didn't really come out too well. Then I happened to check a YouTube video, and I really should have actually made a note of the guy's name, actually, because it was a really good video. The guy's actually really knew what he was talking about. I could have given him some credit, but I forget his name now, unfortunately. He was just doing a quick little review of the Samsung C01U, and he said, "Oh, this is a microphone that's well, I knew it was hypercardioid is the actual technical term for it, but I did not know what hypercardioid was. In layman's terms, the way he describes it is, it sounds awful if you're talking to the back of it, and it sounds great if you're talking to the front of it, which probably explains what I was doing wrong. It's got a stand, and the way you stand it, I wasn't actually talking into the back of it, but the way it stands, it leads you to think that the best way to speak into it is the end of it. You think of your standard common microphone, the really super common one, the one you see all over the world, bog standard sort of thing used in gigs and studios for all sorts of recording, works for everything. A great all-rounder microphone for everything is the Shure SM58. Is it? It's the 8 or 7, I forget which it is. And that works for everything. I think it's the A58. I think the 57 is a directional microphone. The 58 is the... I think that's right. I think 58 is the omnidirectional and 57 is the directional, but I can never be sure on that one. I can never remember quite. Either way, it's a very good microphone, and he compared it to that and said, yeah, that one you can talk into any side. This one, yeah, it's only going to work if you're talking to the front of it. And the stand, yeah, it makes it look like you point the end towards your mouth, and you do not. If you point the end towards your mouth, you sound like you're in a cave. And I did that, and I sounded like I was in a cave, which really highlights the importance of reading the manual before you begin doing things. Not that that was in the manual, actually. That's never explained. They just go, oh, it's a hypercardioid. And I'm like, great! I don't know what that is! It gives you little diagrams, sort of waveforms, I guess. I guess it's the pickup patterns. I guess it's sort of saying... This is where you get the best audio out of it. It's kind of... If you don't know microphones, the cardioid is kind of a heart-shaped pickup. It's mostly directional with a couple of sort of minor sort of blank spots to the sides. I think actually your SM58 is actually a cardioid, and hypercardioid is a very similar sort of heart-shaped pattern, but it's kind of lopsided. And one side it's great and one side it's not so great. And I guess talking into the end it's sort of mediocre, I guess. So yeah, I've been recording with a mediocre microphone for the last 2 days. And I realised this when I was editing it, but at that point I've recorded the video, there's not a lot I can do about it. So I'm glad to have learned what I'm doing wrong now so that I can fix these things. Let's see if I can't hit that. Yes, I can. Cool. Oh no, I'm gonna get spiked, damn it. I thought I could make that. Dang it all. Pick it up! Pick it up! Go! 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 Jeez, why would you not pick up things? Silly knight. Aha! I have a key. Right. So, other birthday swag that I got was a new hard drive, because I've been whinging about hard drives for months now, since about Christmas. So, about time I got one of those. So, I've now got a nice full 2 terabyte hard drive, a 6 gigabyte. It says 6 gigabyte per second, but then it all. Hard drive speeds are confusing. They refer to them as 3 and 6 gigabyte per second. And then it says, oh, it's got a transfer rate of 600 and 300 meg per second. So well, which is it? Is 300 meg? 300 meg isn't 3 gig. It's confusing. So it's a 6 gig per second one, which apparently is a transfer rate of 600 meg. I don't know. Either way, it's the fast type. There is like 3 types of SATA connection speeds, and this is the very fast one. So hopefully my write speed should be capable of... Got a brand new blank disk with the fast write speed. It should be capable of keeping up with all my video recording requirements, which is the important thing. Because that seems to be the issue with the last one. I mean, the last one actually, I did look up which one I had bought. I trawled through my Amazon purchase history and found what my last hard drive was. That was supposed to be a super fast one as well, but I also cheapskated out on that at the time, because that was a couple of years back when there was the big... I don't know if you remember it. If you built a PC around a year and a half, 2 years ago, you will remember it. If you didn't, that was probably passed you by. But there was some weird hard drive manufacturer price fixing scandal. The scandal actually never really came out, but it was kind of an artificial manufactured shortage. Like, oh yeah, you can't get hard drives from anywhere. Oh no, they're so rare these days. They're really hard to get hold of. So the ones that you can get, oh, you have to pay like twice the price. So I ended up paying well above the odds for my main hard drive, my primary first hard drive that has all my games and things on. This one's nice, big, blank, 2 gig, much cheaper, much more effective. I keep losing screen focus. I've not yet mastered the art of not clicking outside the window. That's... I don't know, maybe I need to get a bigger monitor. That's my next thing. I need a bigger monitor so that I can record at 1080 resolution instead of having stretched resolutions and things. I don't know. For the moment, windowed it is. So yeah, I got 2 gig blank to record on, so hopefully that should not cause me any issues anytime soon. Hopefully that should just be a big blank slate to just dump data onto. That's what I'm hoping for. I've got a little bit of loot down here. I like that. There's also been an update to Bandicam, which is the software I use to record, which has they've added support for a new codec to it. You can now record in H.264, which says, oh, it leverages your graphics card to record with. It uses the CUDA technology and stuff, and it should record even more effective. And I've tried that. No, actually, I'm getting lower frame rates in Spiral Knights than I do recording it as MPEG-1. So actually, I'm going to stick with recording it as MPEG-1 actually, because H.264, as much as H.264 for exporting videos once it's edited is great, because it goes super fast and good compression rates and all that. Everything you want in a good codec. But for recording, I'm not sold on it as a recording format actually. Doesn't seem to work as well as I might hope it would. But hey ho. So it goes. So there's I've done an entire floor and I've barely started talking about things. I told you I was going to go for a while today. This could go on for some time. So, in other news, very close to 200 subs. And in my 2 weeks off, I've just kind of been keeping an eye on my subscriber numbers, and it's like, it's gone up surprisingly fast. And I very much underestimated how much people want to know about what's going on in this world of Spiral Knights, and how much they are desperate to hear about it. Not through a nice concise forum post written by one of the developers of the game, but me rambling on random tangents while wandering around my guild hall. I'm not going to complain, it just seems odd that, you know, Nick writes a nice big post that says, this is what's happening in Spiral Knights over the next 3 to 6 months, bam 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 points, and you'd rather hear it from me rambling and whatever, but Hey, cool. Okay, so if Nick ever does those kind of posts again, I'll definitely be sure to keep you abreast of those. I'll just generally try and stay on top of all things in the world of Spiral Knights. Well, actually, there's a lot of community-run things that I probably won't keep on top of because I've never done that before. But all official things, definitely. So not much, obviously not really that long since we had a major update, so there's not really a lot new to speak of. However, pretty much, it was the first week I took off. They sort of added stuff to it, but it must have been server-side stuff because there was no patch, and I was thinking, oh, do I do a patch notes? And this is an update, but firstly, the notes are utterly meager. And on top of that, it wasn't actually a patch. They didn't update the game. There was no update to the game. So, like I say, I think that must have been some server-side thingamy, hocus-pocus and stuff. As soon as I kill these guys, if these guys will oblige me and just drop dead for a second. Come on, out of here. We can. There he is. He's down. I grab the key and grab my loot, and then we'll do our thing. Loot, 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 loot. Shinies, hearts, coins, good. And now it must be time for Spiral Knights news. Yeah. So, if we press the relevant button in this case, I believe being K, Supply Depot. Today on 10% off offer, we have the Rigadoon, the Scintillating Sun Shards, and the Strike Needle. And this is not the worst promotion in the world. They're not just simply trying to sell you things. This is a new feature. Now, every day there are going to be 3... I don't know how often they change it. I think like maybe every 2 or 3 days or so. But they're going to change up these 3 items at the top. It might occasionally be more, actually. I did notice yesterday, or possibly the day before, at some point. Anyway... there were 4 items, and 1 of them was a cosmetic, and 3 of them were weapons. So there'll be 3 weapons of, as far as I can make out, between 3 and 5 stars. So we've got a 3-star Rigadoon, 4-star Strike Needle, a 5-star Scintillating Sun Shards. If you're in the market for any of those and didn't fancy grinding for it, you can have them at 10% off now. And yeah, like I say, a couple of days ago, there was also... was it Red Dragon Wings? Or it must have been the Volcanic, I presume. I don't think there is a Red Dragon Wings, but... yeah, I think they had the volcanic wings, and that's kind of a rarity actually. So, how do we open this door? Like this? Like this. So that's probably gonna push the market price down. Hello, what are you? We like you. You are an elite. Is elite the top one? Let me just check my... not that one. I for inventory. That's right. Under rarities. Oh, no, it's a 4-star. Meh, okay. I am disappointed, but no. Okay. It'll do, I guess. Oh, it's because I'm in Stratum 5, isn't it? In Stratum 5, so I'm getting 4-star junks. Get slightly better stuff out of doing the daily mission, but I've been doing those in my lunch breaks at work, so... any cool loots I get tends to be picked up there. If I just jump into the Clockworks, I'm going to inevitably start doing Stratum 5 and... ooh, nearly got me. Nearly got me. I'm going to start doing Stratum 5 and then it's going to be 4-star stuff. Which is why I end up with more shining fire crystals out of this than the... is it Radiant crystals? I forget which ones they are. I just think of them in star value. I don't tend to think of names. But we'll check the names. I for inventory. Yes, they are radiant. Excellent. They're wonderful and glowing and radiant and all that stuff. Cool. So, well halfway through my usual recording time, it's time to talk about the main event, which is Button Mash. That is, say, Button Mash the event as opposed to Button Mash the channel. Because, obviously, the primary reason for my taking 2 weeks off, aside from a much-needed break, which I did actually want... oh, check them. Do you see that? Do you see that? That was pro. That was proper MLG right there. Those were, like, lightning-fast ninja reflexes. Just round the corner. Pow! With a bit of a dash. So yeah, Button Mash the event, that was last Saturday the 21st. I had said I was going to attempt to stream it. In the end, we did not. It was such a manic friggin' 2 days getting that set up. I mean, Thursday, well, what happened then? I took 2 weeks off to work on it. There was a lot of sort of PR and other things going on for the first week and a half or so. I took the Wednesday, Thursday, Friday off work to go actually work on it. The Wednesday was spent pretty much entirely cutting out stencils. The Thursday was spent turning those stencils into t-shirts, because we promised Kickstarter backers t-shirt rewards. Oh my god, I'm never going to do that again. As much as I like making t-shirts, t-shirts are fun. I really don't want to have to sit and make... That's a big one, I'm keeping that. I don't want to have to sit and make 10 in one day again, because that's too much. I've had a few simple designs that worked out kind of well. I've got some... Ow. I always fall for that one. It was like a Zelda design and a Zerg design and a few things that worked. They were alright. They came out pretty nice. They were quick. They take, I don't know, half an hour, 40 minutes to cut out the stencil, and then the design, you know, it takes... I don't know, it takes like 2 to 5 minutes to actually do the design. I also offered up a Charizard design, as in the Pokemon, you know, a big flying dragon. You know Charizard, right? And that takes on the order of an hour and a half to cut out, just the stencil. Then the design, because it's so intricate, is really, really, really fiddly to work with, and for some bizarre reason, the ladies' t-shirts actually don't bleach as well as the men's, so... I always forget, have I talked to you about bleaching t-shirts before? I probably should do that at some point. It's a cool hobby. Use stencils and bleach and you make designs, but yeah. The ladies' t-shirts don't actually fade when you bleach them anywhere near as much as the men's, so they took like 10 times longer to do, and one of the Charizards was tricky and on a lady's shirt, so that just took forever. If we do t-shirts ever again, they're going to be screen printed, I can assure you that much. I am not going down the bleach route for that many t-shirts outside of my own personal devices ever again. So, how did the event actually go? I mean, Friday we spent most of the day setting up. Saturday we spent most of the day setting up. For once we actually were ready on time. I think we actually did get finished at 3 o'clock when the doors opened. We were pretty much setting out the box office as people were crowding through the door to get in, and that was the bit that surprised me. People were crowding through the door to get in. What? People are crowding through the door to get to a thing that I'm doing? What? They've never crowded before. Admittedly, that crowd didn't last for too long, so it was just a bunch of people decided to turn up when doors opened. After that, people sort of slowed down to a more reasonable pace. So we got about 70 people through the door in total, which was... Honestly, I'd been kind of optimistic. I'd hoped for a little bit more than that. 70's a very solid figure, but I'd hoped for a little more than that. Jono, the guy who runs the venue, had speculated it could potentially have 200 people when we were talking about it a few days beforehand. I was like, that seems a little outlandish, but not beyond the realms of possibility. I would like to see that happen. That would be cool if it did happen, but I don't know. Either way, it did not. But yeah. So we sold a lot. Those 70 people were very, very keen to buy our merchandise. The things that we'd offered up as prizes, a lot of people came and went, "Ooh, can we buy them? They're really cool. We didn't win them in your mini games on the door, but we still want them. Can we buy them off you?" And like, you wish to exchange money for our things that we were just trying to get rid of? Yes. Yes, let's do that. We've got hundreds of things that we've been crafting for months and have just been taking up boxes and boxes of space in our houses. As cool as they are, I do not wish to own all of these things. Let us trade money for goods and services. That seems like a good venture. So there's that. So now we're in the business of selling doodads. We'll probably do that in the future, just because the sheer demand for doodads was astonishing. And the minigames went down as a treat. People love minigames on the door. I like that. We had the dice game. We've always had the dice game planned. And then Michael, the guy you may know as our horse, he's been wandering around in a horse mask. He's got a lot promoting button mash. He came up with the idea of, can we get a water pistol and a bunch of paper plates and throw the paper plates across the room and try and have them shoot out the air? To which our answer was, no, we're not going to start squirting water all around the foyer of the building. That's probably a foolish idea. However, being the good steampunk that I am, I do own a number of Nerf guns that I have modified in the past to be a little bit more souped up and given them a paint job, and they're kind of cool now. So I own a Nerf sniper rifle. Yes, I own a Nerf sniper rifle. So that was a good one just to give people and just go, here's a gun, we're going to throw a Space Invader across the room, shoot it out the air and you win a prize. And a lot of people like that. That was fun. And I like being able to hand the gun to people because I have to load it beforehand, and it's an immensely satisfying device to load. It's got this big, clunky, ka-chunk mechanism. It's proper. It's like pump action, really, which is just kind of not what you'd expect from a sniper rifle, but maybe it's out of Borderlands. Borderlands had a few of those. Can I get out of... Yeah, yes. Skills. Skills that pay bills. Well, not really, actually. They don't pay many bills. If they paid bills, I would be on Spiral Nights all day long. They do not pay bills. Oh well. So yeah, merch good. We do lots of merch and games, and I think that's just great to engage people at the front door. Just people come through the door and say, here's things you can play before you've even bought your ticket and come downstairs to see all our stuff. That's great. That was the engagement there was brilliant. Other things, I think everything kind of went really well. I mean, a lot of sort of hitches along the way, but nothing that ruined everything. It was just lots of little things that we did manage to rectify. And yes, I lost window focus there again, which is why I took several hits. Why won't you die? Ow, that was just spikes. That was just foolishness instead. Right. If ever there was a time for a pill, now is the time for a pill. Right, I want your healer. Ow! Jeez, these guys have got... What a range! Stop! With your range, people. No! I'll just take out half of you before you even get close. And... No, don't back off. There we go. You're down! Sir, I hate you. Okay, that's 3 floors complete. And I've been at this for... Oh, I'm actually racing through these floors. It's crazy. Oh no, you cannot be serious. We got a compound. I hate compounds. I hate compounds with a real, utter, burning passion. That's a large one, but I'd rather have a... Fricker, seriously? You're going to force me to choose between a single yellow or, like, 6 greens. I can't use these. I have no use for these, but it's 6. I need these. My cat eats minerals faster than I can find minerals. I don't play this game anywhere near remotely enough to get my cat leveled up in a reasonable pace these days. I know a few people who have got just racing through pets, like pets after pets after pets, and I'm like, how much do you play this game? I mean, I play this game a little bit a day, but you must just have to grind the clockworks for hours on end every day just to get the sheer amount of minerals required to feed animals in this game. It's silliness. Anyway, that's neither here nor there. Let's check in with Pixel, see how he's doing, because we haven't said hi to him today. Hi, Pixel! He's level 55. He's turned into Mew. He's... it was Sky Scythe threw loads and loads and loads and loads of orbs at me while I was off, so thank you, Sky Scythe, but I have eaten through all of the things, and he's now sitting there kind of hungry now. How much am I doing on the old minerals front? Have I got enough to feed him and level him up? No, not quite. 2 more. I need 2 more to level him up to level 56. This is... Oh, what a grind. I should also, note to self, check the freaking gate map. This is something I don't do. What is it? It's Chittering Burrows. Which one's that? Creeping colonies, slimes. Warrens is rabbit, so this is definitely undead, right? So do I want this? Yeah, I do. I kind of want to keep the undead at arm's length, don't I? I'd rather shoot the bugs away. So yeah, look at them scarabs. Look at the scarabs, and let's just dodge away from them and blast them all out of the skies. Oh god. They're backing me into a corner. It's not good. Oh god. Oh god, that one got me. Really? One scarab on its own does like 4 damage. 4 hearts. That's craziness. Utter madness. Okay, they're all over the place now. Can't you stay in a group so I can hit you? Stay in a group. Oh my god. I didn't realize there were that many. Seriously, scarabs, go away! Boom, 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 boom. Go, 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 go. Get back. Evil, evil fiends. Right. So, with the success of it, we are looking to the future now. I mean, actually, I've missed loads of it out, haven't I? There's loads more we've done. Like I say, we wanted to stream, and I would love to have streamed it just on the back of the tournament. The tournament was immense fun. It was based on Penny Arcade's Omegathon from Paxis, so of course it was fun. Jenga was exactly as fun as I expected it to be. I'm sure I've linked before the PAX Jenga video, sort of like 3-legged Jenga. It's kind of, we tie 2 people together and make them play Jenga together, and it was great. We actually had 2 no-shows on the tournament, so we actually tweaked Jenga to be like a 3-way game, just so that we could definitely have 4 people in the semi-final. That worked out okay. And we had 2 guys who... Will, who is sort of founder of Button Mash, and Stuart, who's former Button Mash, wanted to go against each other as a bit of rivalry from old times and stuff, and then we tied them both together and made them work together in the first round. So that was very entertaining. One of the viewers, what's his name? His name on Twitter. I know his name on Twitter. I don't know whether that's his name in game or on YouTube or anything. I know his name on Twitter is Shady Image, and he captured some video of it. I'm really looking forward to seeing that one. That should be great. That was kind of really cool to see the actual... I didn't actually expect any actual viewers to turn up, just insofar as I have just shy of 200 subscribers, you know, and I have subscribers all over the world. The idea of those 200 people drawn... If you randomly drew 200 people from around the world, the idea that any one of those might just be someone who lives quite close to me and be interested enough in the things that I'm doing to come to a thing, I was just kind of like... It seemed like million to one shot. It's craziness. So that was really cool to see him. It was good chatting to him. Good guy, good guy. And I hope to see more of you at the next one. You should all come out to it because there will be more in the future. I like meeting viewers. Viewers is cool.